Right, moving on to the next speaker. We have Grayson Allen. Grayson is a first-year student reading for an MPhil in Public Health at Homerton College. He won this slot through open audition. Grayson, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Madam Speaker, thank you for having me here. I'm incredibly humbled to be here and really excited to speak to you guys tonight. So as she said, my name's Grayson. I'm studying public health here at Cambridge. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling a little uneasy tonight. And it's not just because I'm studying public health during a pandemic. No, it's actually because I'm Canadian. My friends at home, if they're watching this, they'd be like, dude, really? You're defending America? Like, ah, man. But here I am, because it's important. I want all you to imagine a world where the ideals of freedom of expression and democracy have been replaced by a dystopia of censorship and lack of human rights. Fear not, as I oppose the notion that the end is near for the American supremacy. Let's start with the easy stuff. Let's start with hard power. The US has 3 times the amount of wealth of the next nation, China, and 5 times the military capacity. The US is dominant for 4 specific reasons. Firstly, geographical. The US only has 2 neighbors, Canada and Mexico. And trust me, there's nothing intimidating about a Canadian. China, on the other hand, has 19 nations surrounding it, many of them hostile, many of them wanting to take land back from them. China cannot ignore unrest in Hong Kong.
Grace, if you don't mind me interrupting, if you could stick to your kind of spot, that would be helpful.
Sure, okay. All right, I like to move, sorry guys. It cannot ignore Taiwan and North Korea nuclear proliferation. This gives the US a huge geographical advantage in being able to mobilize throughout the world. Secondly, political institutions. I'm gonna be honest, the US political institutions, they're a bit of a mess. But you know why I'm not worried about it affecting their power on the international stage? Because Russia's and China's is so much worse. Whereas in the US, you might have special interests who occasionally can influence political situations. In China, they are outright stifling innovation in the name of maintaining political control. 80% of the businesses in China are state-owned. There are no incentives to innovate, and they're purely there for the upper class and the Communist Party. This is why the United States only has 5% of the world's population and accounts for 35% of the innovation of the world. Next, demographics. The US is big, young, and educated. They're the 3rd largest workforce, the 2nd youngest, and the #1 educated in terms of years schooling. China, on the other hand, 2/3 of their population in the workforce have not graduated high school. 1/3 of the workforce has an IQ below 90. And this matters. This matters because a big, uneducated, low-skill workforce will not be ready for the 4th industrial revolution. And America is already dominating here. The US has 3 to 6 times value added in AI, biotech, nanotech, and other industries of the future. So, enough of the hard power stuff. So with all this power economically, what else does it do? It drives people to come to America. 45 million people in America aren't actually born there, And they come there because they come with ideas. And they know that if they come with an idea, they will be able to implement it without obstruction from a government. That is good for growth. Alternatively, some have said that China is on its own soft power mission itself. The other team talked about the Belt Road Initiative. And this is meant as a way of increasing China's soft power. But what's really happening is they're giving big loans for projects throughout the world that are crippling these countries in their future. And all this will do is serve to boil resentment in these people in the future. For instance, in a 2019 Global Attitude Survey, 63%, and this was 25 countries over 6 continents, high economic players, 63% polled said they preferred a world led by America. Do you know how many wanted China to be leading? 19%. The world is ready for America to continue to lead. The world wants America to lead. And I believe America is the only nation that will be able to continue to provide this leadership. So I hope you've gathered, in conclusion, freedom in America drives innovation. I have an action item for all of you in the audience after this, after my speech tonight. I would love all of you to go out and read Why Nations Fail. In that book, they talk about copycat economies. China is a copycat economy. What this means is they only copy other nations' technologies, and this can only go so far. America is truly innovative. And I'll end with a quote from Yale historian Paul Kennedy. He did a study of 500 years worth of civilizations. And he said, nothing has ever existed like this power disparity. Nothing. The United States is truly the greatest superpower ever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Grayson. We'll now move